So what you do first is that you as this business sponsor, so for example, the one that's on the business registration, you have a different visa than your family. Your family has a dependent visa. So what you need to do first is you have to apply for a business manager visa. Now, this is one of the most difficult visas to get in Japan simply because of the requirements. Everything from you need an office space, so not a co-working space, you need a specific office, and the office cannot be a shared office, nor can it be, within an office. Like, for example, I wouldn't be able to come here and rent a room from, you at Zen Group. I would have to, it would have to be somewhere else. You need a landline and you need 2 desks and a chair. Now, the reason why I think this, now the funny thing about this is people think, yeah, but how would they know? The bank, when you open a corporate bank account, come to your office and they check that you have 2 desks and a chair.
No, it's only 1 desk. You can't.
Yeah, exactly. So if it's only one and you've kind of tricked them with like taking the photo twice. So they come and check. So you apply, and then obviously you have to put in your business plan. You have to show your numbers that you forecast. I obviously was able to support my application with the fact that we've been in business for quite some years now, and we've had, we had quite a successful run during the pandemic, and so we were able to prove that we're a profitable, proven business model. Because when you tell, and this was also a new thing when I was trying to get a corporate bank account, and I was telling banks that we do innovation programs, customized innovation programs. It was like, what's that? I can't touch it. And it can be remote or in person. So you're telling me you're doing this customized innovation program thing and it can be online. So it's kind of imploding in their minds a little bit. Like, what does that even mean?
It didn't connect.
But when I showed them, this is, how we've been operating the last couple of years, and like, okay, so, what? So it was, it really did take quite a bit of convincing. And the thing that actually move the needle in order for us to open a bank account is that to have it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be a deliverable. You don't have to have done the work, but to have at least a statement of intention with a Japanese company that, yes, we would like to work with this person.
No.
Even though, I had clear...
Like a first client.
Yes, but this person has to say, yes, we're interested. And that for that company to be a Japanese company is a plus. Now, none of this is a requirement on the website, right? When you're going and you're checking what are the requirements. Now, this is not on the website. I'm simply sharing what's been my personal experience in helping the person in front of me get to a yes, right? Because they're not telling me no. Their manager is telling them no, or their system is telling them no. So what I have to do is help them do their job, which is to help me, right? And so the more that I can help them, because, I often hear, quite a few people say, well, that's not my job. And I think the number one job that I need right now is to get a corporate bank account open. So whatever you need from me,
I'll give it to you.
To open a corporate bank account, I'll give it to you. Even though, when I was in Germany, because I, I ran a business both in Germany as well as in Australia. I mean, Australia, I don't like to speak about my business in Australia because it's easy. I'm an Australian citizen, right? But for example, my bank account in Germany, super easy compared to, for example, here. So there's that. So, when you will have your visa as a business manager. So once that's approved, you will get your certificate of eligibility, and then you can come to Japan and then you'll get your visa. Now you get your initial visas for 1 year. You have to, in that year, prove a certain amount of profitability, and that you've, for example, hired Japanese staff and all those kind of things. That's one. Then parallel to you applying for your business manager visa, you need to apply for your family visa. Now, the thing with a family visa that's that I want people to keep in mind is that can take a little longer, the family visa. Mm-hmm. And so if you want to come together with your family, you might be looking kind of at a gap of, could even be 1 to 2 months. Now, this unfortunately really does stem down to immigration just not really having enough resources in order to process the kinds of applications that are coming in, the volume. Now, this is a wonderful thing for Japan because it means that lots of people are coming to Japan. They're interested in running a business in Japan. They want to live here. They want to bring their families here. Wonderful things. But when it comes to the actual transition of, or that translation of the idea, the dream that we have as a family to come to Japan, and then, there's these unfortunate bottlenecks that I'm sure with enough funding, and I would say enough intention, and also enough maybe rethinking how the process should be, putting the user at the center, as we say in human-centered design, I'm sure that these are solvable problems. I'm convinced they're solvable problems.